So I'm going to go into the NoteMasters app, and it lists several categories, all of the notes, and then it has two folders, the sample notes, and I have another folder, 2010-2011 students. So I've already begun adding my students here. So I will not go into that folder just for confidentiality reasons, because my students' information I've already started inputting in there their names and other information. So what I've done is in the other folder that are the sample notes, I've started just putting in a sample student so I can kind of show you how this app works for jotting down notes and information on a student with whom you're working. So I'm going to go into sample notes, and I'm going to click right on it. Clicking to the right of it will just give you options like to change the name of that folder, etc. So what I'm going to just do is tap right into the sample student, and there are two notes already in there. The second one that says NoteMaster is great is something that was created by the developer of this app. The second one that is sample student is the one that I've created. And to organize them better, on the bottom of the app it says there's a sort A to Z. If you tap on that, it lets you sort by either date, by the name alphabetically, starting with A or starting with Z, or by category. I already have it selected by name, and I'm going to just have it be alphabetical, so starting with A. So I'm going to tap on that little arrow on the bottom so that, there it is, the two arrows that are on the bottom, it starts with the N and then the S for sample students. So once I go into sample student and I just tap on there, it will show me this file that I created, just pretending this is one of the student files. And then I'll just say what I wrote in is just saw student today, and I just put a random date, or I could just start it off with a date and then just put some information that worked on with the student. And then I included a student work, which is actually a photo of something that I was doing with one of my very young students who's 3, and just matching. And then I just added a note that this was something that she was matching with the colors and the shapes and creating this hat, and my figure is to the right and hers was to the left, and she was attempting to match it, and not 100% match, but it gives a picture of what she was able to do. And then just put in some goals, goal 1, 2, 3, whatever it is the goals are. If you want to add that information, you can do that also. And then the check marks that you worked on it or you didn't work on it. And there is something on the bottom of the notes that will let you know how to do that. And when we do the other sample, you'll be able to see that. So if you tap on any of the icons on the bottom, it will let you add a heading. So this is the icon that's on the bottom left, will be adding a heading and then adding additional information. So it could be a new day and then information on that new day. So the heading could be just a date. And then the next one is bullets, and that would include numbers and also the checklist that I have above. And then the next one is for a picture, so either to take one right at the moment that you're doing the note, or a picture that you've already taken and saved that you want to add to it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create another note. So if you're done with this one and you're not going to put any other information in there, I'm just going to tap on the sample notes again, and I'm back on that folder. And then what I want to do is, let's say I want to create another one. So I will tap on sample notes, and then it says untitled notes. So basically this is like I'm creating a student record. So I'll just say sample student, and then I'll say 2. And then I'm done with this, and then automatically after I press done, I'm into the place where I can put information on the student, and I can just say I'll put another date, same date that I put before, and then press return. You could use this using that keyboard that pops up, or using an iTouch iPad keyboard that is connected with the USB connector. And I like to type with that sort of keyboard also because it just makes it faster. But for short notes, using this keyboard that comes right on the screen is pretty simple to do. And then just with this, we can just say, it gives me correction when I'm typing. Saw a student outside class. Let's see, worked on. And then I'll just say beginning. Braille. Tactile awareness. And then I'll add shape, discrimination, and then just write any other information that I want to add. And if at that point I want to add a picture, then I will click on, tap on the photo button that is right below the note section, and I will either tap on the camera icon that's to the right or the photo icon that's to the left. And if I type on the photo button that's to the left, then automatically it will bring me to my camera roll that's in my iTouch, and it will show me a list of all the pictures that I have, and I will choose the one that I want. Or, as I said, with the camera, I can take a picture right there of the sample work that I'm referring to, and it will put it in there. And then when I'm finished, it'll give me a place to say I'm done, and then I'll be done. So with this, I'm not going to add any particular picture now. It's just to do a sample. And I will say done. And that is it for that note. If I ever wanted to go back into that note, I just tap right into the note again, and I'm able to add more information, photos, the checklist that I referred to, or anything else that I needed to add. And then I'm just going to press done again, and then I'll go back to the sample notes. This also, I tried it with VoiceOver and was able to navigate just using the finger sweeps out, so the one finger to go over to each section and then the tap to get into it. And it seemed to do everything well. So I believe that it is accessible with VoiceOver also. So that is it in a nutshell for this NoteMaster application. I think it's a great tool for itinerant TVIs and also for any other itinerant person. They also say it's good for business people. Just anyone who really needs to take notes and have them in a certain order. So let's say if this were your folder that has your students, you would have the student's name. If you need ID number, whatever it is, you need to have it there. There's also an option to put in a password, which is definitely something that I want to do and that you would want to do, so just for confidentiality if someone were to get into your iPad or your iTouch, so that you can keep all the information confidential. And once you're finished doing all of these notes, or as you're still working on them, the great thing about the paid application, at least, which is $3.99, is that you can sync it to your Google apps. So if you have Google Docs, rather, which is free if you have a Gmail account, then it will sync them. And once you go into your Gmail account and you go into your documents, you can find the files there with, if it's something that you've put pictures in, all of it will be there for you, which is just great. You can edit it there and do everything that you need to do with that file, and then use parts of the file for reports and for assessments as needed. So I hope this was helpful.